Now, you're a star of new media, of conservative new media. You and others on the left and the right, you position yourselves as supposed tellers of hard truths. But haven't you all just really coarsened public discourse in America and exacerbated its divisions?
You know, it's kind of odd to be hearing about me coarsening public discourse when you call policies you disagree with brutal and bringing us back to the Dark Ages, sir.
The point, I don't want to return to it, but the point was to put a position for you to reply to it. And I thought we'd covered that.
I
put
think
some of the points too, because on your
characterization of issues is part of the problem in the coarsening of public debate.
Well, maybe it's also part of your problem too, because we have from your YouTube videos, Ben Shapiro destroys the abortion argument. Ben Shapiro destroys transgenderism and abortion. Is that not a kind of coarse public discourse?
Well, are those videos labeled by me?
I have no idea. But
why are you picking out? Why are you? I have a question. Why are you picking out random YouTube videos put up by people who are not me?
Are you
and then attributing the titles to me?
Are you unhappy with the way they've been described?
I think that people can describe me however they please. It's a free country, and I'm all in favor of a public debate. If you watch the actual clips, they are generally civil.
You said Jew, and you're Jewish yourself. I only mention that because to put this in context. The Jews who vote for Obama are, by and large, Jews in name only. Ginos, you call them.
But it's not exclusive. I think it's probably more exclusive to black people. It's not like it's covers all races.
It's the Republican Party, known lovers of Hispanics.
I wouldn't say it's that. I would say that against Hispanics. Are you really gonna try to make that judgment based off of what?
Is that a joke? I mean, we can talk about the fear mongering done
No,
against
I'm
like
being
illegal
I'm being
immigrants
dead
from the
serious.
South.
I mean, I know you're probably going to lean into Trump wall, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. 100%. Preempting the argument doesn't make it any less valid. Yeah, 100%. Trump comes up fear mongering about rapists and murderers coming over the border, deploys the military because of refugees coming up from the South that never even fucking made it to our country. Talks about shithole countries. Builds or like continues to man and then bolsters the concentration camps we have on the border. 100%. Yeah, totally. Also, the Mexican, they are by definition concentration camps and have been acknowledged to be so by the Holocaust, historical society. Do
you genuinely think any person who was in the Holocaust would compare it to that?
Yeah, yes, and they did. Yeah, so yes, comma, and they did. Yeah, 100%. Was it as bad as Auschwitz-Birkenau? No, of course not. But they're both concentration camps.
Well, if they made that definition, then it would, obviously be more, credible than my definition of it. But yeah, no, I would never compare it to the level of any kind of Auschwitz or even near that, honestly. We're not killing people. We're not torturing people. We're holding them.
People are dying, and people are
We're holding them in cages with TVs and hand sanitizer.
Holding free human beings in cages, like in cold desert environments with minimal protection, meets the UN definition of unfair treatment of civilians. It meets the definition of torture. Additionally, right now they're using some kind of viral gassing agent in the camps. They're literally gassing people right now, and it's causing respiratory issues for the people there.
I did hear about that. The respiratory. I heard something about the agent that they were using. If that's true, because I haven't looked into it yet. If that's true, I totally condemn that, and that's horrible. But I'm not going to stand up and say that was okay.
You're okay with people being held in cages in freezing desert climates with little electric blankets they can toss over them and their 4 kids, for no reason other than they met the legal requirements for coming up to the border to declare asylum?
I'm okay with any person who doesn't want to follow our law. Yeah.
Wait, they followed the law. You have to enter the country before you can declare asylum.
Yeah, but you realize that these people aren't even trying. These people aren't even trying to become a citizen.
They can't. Wait, how can they be? How can they be trying to? Wait. How can they be trying if they're arrested at the border? What the fuck does that mean? They literally followed the legal UN certified process.
If they're being arrested at the border, then there's obviously other implications that go into that.
No, there isn't. They were just arrested for coming over the border.
We're not just arresting Hispanics for just coming across the border.
Yes, we are. You realize the UN has condemned the United States for not abiding by the process by which we allow asylum. Wait, are you just like ignorant? You should read up on this. That's literally what's happening. They're literally just rounding people up during the crossing and putting them in camps, even though they have a legal right to do that. The asylum process requires that you enter the borders of the country that you wish to declare asylum in. Many of them came over legally with permits and have had those permits stolen by the state, never to see them again. Many of them have been separated by their children. All of these meet definitions of the UN of unhumane treatment of like civilian population. Like this is just a fact. This isn't like a lefty bias thing. This is just what's happening. You wouldn't get this if you watch Fox News, though, which is why I'm not surprised that their viewers are so okay with what's going on down there. They just see like the
disagree. The rich are too highly taxed. Strongly agree. The rich pay all the taxes in this country, and so sure, the vast majority of taxes in this country, and so yeah, I think they are probably too highly taxed. And I can't wait to become one of those rich who is too highly taxed and then make pride. So I will strongly disagree with that. Our race has many superior qualities compared with other races. Difficult to know what they're saying. Probably we should err on the side of them writing a very bad question here. And since there is neither Jew nor Greek nor slave nor bond in Christ Jesus, I have to vote against the apparent racism. I will say that I disagree with that. I'd always support my country whether it was right or wrong. Agree. Of course I would. How can your country be wrong, just like completely, totally wrong? It can go through challenging political times, it can have bad or dumb leaders, but your country itself is your country. I could no more renounce my country than I could renounce my own family. No one chooses...
Can you define socialism?
So socialism is whenever the government helps people financially, well, social economics, social economy. Socialism is whenever the government helps you.
Yeah, no. That's not it. Socialism is when the workers own the means of production in an economy. That's what socialism is. It's not when the government does stuff.
That's not what I was saying.
Okay, then what were you saying?
I was saying whenever the government helps you pay for stuff.
That's not it either. Socialism is when...
Socialism is when the government does stuff.
But most men, at least in our society, thank God, do control themselves. But uncontrolled male sexual nature is truly a frightening thing to women. That if there were no moral rules and no police, men would grab women and do what they wanted as a rule. That is the way men are made. The fact that your man doesn't act that way is because he has been given a set of rules and because he knows that he will be punished, or just enough that he has these set of rules and the fear of punishment is not even necessary. But rules, men know this, and we males, I am one of them, I am male. We know this from a very early age. We can't act.
Okay, if military forces work so well, how come we've been stuck in Afghanistan and Iraq and it has turned into the longest conflicts in American history?
It's not. Peace is a part of that, ensuring peace, but it's also for oil because the method of getting oil through military forces is much cheaper and provides a lower cost source for our citizens than the method we have here.
So 2 million Iraqi citizens dead. You think that's worth oil?
Yes.